Liornabella by Tellwell Talent. So it's a first book in a series. We meet Ellie, which is the main character from Sepharina in Liornabella. So the title of the first book is of the country, and she lives on like in the town where almost like a village, and the main city is Castleton, and where she really is determined to go to Eden University, which she is accepted into. So she does her studies there, and she's on the horse riding team. It's like tell me like the proper name down below. I know like 2 people who do this, but I'm like, I have it in my mind, but I can't say it. So name in Estuarian? No, wrong thing. There's like a C sound in there. But anyway, so it's the first book in the young adult fantasy series. It's 66 chapters long, but the chapters aren't that long. You're looking at a few pages. There are a few chapters that are a little longer, but it's not huge. It's a steady pace, and so the story isn't too speedy, or there are a few moments where it does drag a little, but the end point of this story situation gets solved. So, like, for me, there isn't a huge climax and resolution. It's just a series of events that happen. So, it is a good flow of writing. Like, to me, I found it interesting. Like, to me, other than, like, Cassandra Clare's books, like, I'm not huge into the fantasy, though I do have the Wicked series and, like, 2 others, but I'm not a huge fantasy person, so, but I could get into this one. So, like I said, she's accepted into that university, and Erwin is her horse. She leaves her friend Martine, but he's brought into the mix when she goes back home, but he is brought in as well. In other places, her roommate Naomi, which she meets, is also brought into the mix as they are studying the history of the country, like the city and the country. So things take a turn when looking at documents and looking into the history, especially with the disappearance of a princess and the relationship between her parents. So hopefully this video and my blog post aren't too revealing. So she's like, things take a turn when an abbot gives her like these documents, and it's just, she has to balance this information with trying to keep up with school and her writing, and I found it interesting. Again, I'm not a huge YA fantasy person, but some people are, and this book is, to me, worth looking into if you don't want, like, it's not as intense as some other books. So, there is that. So, happy readings.